Wagwan Hoop Tube, it's lit, we lit, it's reeling, and we back at it, you feel me? And in less than a couple hours, the NBA playoffs will tip off. I'm very so excited. I'm gonna try to lock into all 4 games today, all 4 games tomorrow. It's gonna be a good bracket. But I thought I just give my full playoff predictions now that every team is out of the play-in and all 16 teams are locked. I'm not gonna lie, this was very difficult. I'm not gonna lie. So if you have a different opinion, please let me know in the comments, because there's some of them, it's literally like a coin toss. Like, it could be this or that, and we're gonna get into it right now. Make sure you leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into it. And we're gonna start off in the East, and for the 1-8 matchup, the Cavs versus the Heat, I got the Cavs in 4. Literally no statistical reasoning is needed here. The Cavs are really just a better team. Like, they went on multiple 15+ game win streaks. They have better players, better depth, second best offensive rating in the league, and the 8th best defense. Like, they're top 10 in both important categories in the league. And granted, I will give Miami credit. They're the 9th best defensive rating in the league, and that's what they hang their hat on. Like, we know Miami's going to bring that toughness and the grittiness in the defense, right? But, like, I feel like Cleveland is just such a great team offensively. Like, they're gifted. They have so many weapons that, like, if Miami finds a defensive mismatch, Cleveland could just match that with an offensive mismatch. Like, for example, let's say Bam is switched out on the D Mitch or Darius Garland on the wing. We know Bam could guard 1 through 5. So he's going to make it difficult for, like, that shifty, quick backcourt to score. So now, boom, Jared Allen has Davion Mitchell or Tyler Hero in the post, and, like, that's food to him. You know what I'm saying? He's, like, 7 foot, and they miniatured him. And, like, the only way I could see Miami stealing a few games, and I really can't see them stealing a few games. So this is just, like, a crazy, like, what if Tyler Hero play like how he did in the playing games, and he just, like, doesn't miss a shot, and Davion Mitchell turns into prime Michael Jordan. Bro, that playing game, Davion Mitchell, that was an out-of-body experience for him. On the defensive end, we know that's Davion Mitchell. We know he's going to get stopped. We know he's going to make it hard. The man's nickname is Off Night. But, like, his offensive game in the playing tournaments, it was crazy, and they needed that. And, like, we know Eric Spoelstra is a great coach, and, like, he's going to make lemonade out of whatever lemons give it to him. But the Cavs, I don't know. This season, there's been a different monster. I think it's a clean sweep. Get your brooms. And for the 2-7 matchup, I got the Celtics in 5 against the Orlando Magic. And the Magic season has been very disappointing from, like, an injury standpoint, though. Like, their top guys missed a lot of the season. They've been all banged up. Paolo missed time. Franz missed a big chunk of time. And they had the same injury, an oblique. I didn't even know that was a body part. I thought it was a color. I'm not even being funny. I thought that was a color until they both went down with that injury. Mo Wagner towards ACL. Jalen Suggs is out for the season. So it's like, they've been very banged up, hence why their record is not as great as it should be. Or, you know what I'm saying? We know if this Magic team is healthy, top 4 seed in the Eastern Conference easily. And if they have all those pieces on the floor at the same time, this series goes 6, possibly 7. But, like, the thing about the Magic, they can't put the ball in the basket. And the Celtics are a better offensive team by miles. I'm talking about, like, it's not even close. But with the Magic's great defense, they're going to make it tough for Boston. But just like Cleveland, man, Boston has so many offensive weapons that their great offense might just override the phenomenal defense being played by the Magic, because everybody on the floor for Boston is a threat. I don't think there's anybody you could put on the floor for Boston who's not pulling a 3, who's not getting to their spot. I will say this, though, because I've watched a lot of Celtics basketball. They have this thing, like, whether on a random night, they'll just lose a game they shouldn't lose. That's why I said in 5, and I'm giving Orlando a game, because Boston, I don't know what that itis is called, but they usually do it. Like, on a random Tuesday night, they might lose to the Charlotte Hornets or something like that. Charlie, you had to catch the stray, okay? But, like, yeah, I'm only giving Orlando a game because usually Boston snaps back and wakes up after that game, and they act like the championship contenders they're supposed to be. So I got the Celtics in 5. But this is going to be a defensive battle, though. I'm not going to lie. I wouldn't be shocked if there were some very low-scoring games between these two teams. For the 3-6 matchup, this was very hard. I'm still, like, as I'm recording, like, thinking my guess again. But I got to go Knicks. I don't know if I should say 6 or 7. I'm going to say Knicks in 7. Okay? Because if I told you I had an answer right now, like at this exact moment, when the playoffs is literally 2-3 hours away, I'd be lying to you. The Knicks haven't, like, they're great, but they haven't really lived up to the expectations that were put on them this season. And it's crazy because they're the 3 seed and they haven't lived up to expectations. I don't know if that's saying that they're a great team or if the other teams are just like, eh. The Pistons have been surprising to everybody this season. I had the Pistons nowhere near to play in even. You know, I didn't even expect them to make the play in, and they shocked everybody. I feel like these teams, it's weird because what I'm about to say is weird. I feel like these teams are evenly matched but the Knicks have the better roster. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but in my head, that's what I don't know. I could see this going any way, and I wouldn't be shocked if the Knicks got knocked out round 1. I wouldn't be shocked if they beat the Pistons. Just because the Knicks have the better constructed roster, is more well built, I will give it to the Knicks, but that's not saying that the Pistons couldn't do it. And if the Knicks are going to win this series, they have to play so hard. Like, the Pistons are going to get physical. The Pistons are going to beat on them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're not making anything easy for anybody. So Cat can't be going up weak because Isaiah Stewart and Jalen Durham will let him have it. Jalen Brunson, Asar Thompson, and if they have Ron Holland on Jalen Brunson, he's in for a night. He's in for a series, matter of fact. So the Knicks are gonna have to play very, 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 very tough basketball. The Pistons, I wouldn't say it's an L if they lose. Nobody expected them to be here this season. So I guess this is enough in itself to even make the playoffs. But I'm going to go Knicks in 7. If it's Pistons in 7 or even less than that, I would not be shocked. For the 4-5 matchup, I got the Pacers in 5. We don't know if Lillard is playing in this series. Get well soon, Damian. But I feel like even with Dame, the Pacers are just... Giannis and Dame can't do it themselves. And if Dame is not playing in the series, Giannis can't do it himself. The Pacers are just a better constructed team. I feel like they're very deeper. They could... Who are the Bucks relying on outside of Dame and Giannis to do something? Kuzma? Brook Lopez? Ryan? No disrespect to those guys, but the Pacers could legitimately run 8-9 people off the bench. I mean, you know what I mean. Benedict Mathurin off the bench, CJ McConnell, Obi Toppin, Thomas Bryant. These are serviceable players that are gonna do good for the Pacers. I just don't know if the Bucks have the same firepower and will. And the Pacers, top 5 offense. We know that the Pacers are going to put up points. That's what they've been doing over the last 2-3 seasons. They've been having phenomenal offensive seasons. It's hard to stop this Pacer team from putting the ball in the basket. Tyrese is going to do his thing. Miles is going to do his thing. Siakam's going to do their thing. I just don't see a world where Milwaukee, with Dame, without Dame, beat this Pacers team. And I hope this is a great series because I know these two teams hate each other from the cup game last year. Tyrese and Dame were going at it. It got chippy. So I like that. I like when two teams hate each other. So, they have something to play for now. They got a championship to play for. So we're going to see all the aggressiveness, the anger, the will, the drive, hustle. We're going to see a lot of that. This should be a very good series, but I'm still going Pacers in 5. I don't think the Bucks will get swept. I think they're I don't want to say too good of a team because I just said they're not deep, but I feel like I don't know any other word to use, so I'm just gonna say they're too good of a team to get swept. But I definitely got Indiana taking the series. Now moving on to the West for the 1-8 matchup, Thunder versus Grizzlies. I got the Thunder in 4. There's literally nothing to say. They're literally just a better team, and Memphis is missing Jalen Wells, a key piece of their defense. Not saying he's gonna stop Shea, but he's definitely gonna make it hard for Shea to get to his spots and things like that. But I don't even want to waste your time and give a whole rundown. I think the Grizzlies have no chance. And Jaren Jackson Jr., the only chance the Grizzlies are going to have is if you rebound the ball. It seems like every time I mention his name, I have to mention how he doesn't rebound the ball. Chet and Hartenstein are going to, the conversations around Jaren Jackson after the series are going to be nasty because Chet and Homegrown going to make him look like he's a 6-foot point guard. He better grab rebounds. But even with that said, I just think that the Thunder's offense, defense, everything they do, I don't think the Grizzlies have enough firepower to even keep up with that. So I'm not going to sit here and waste y'all time. They got the MVP. They're going to the NBA Finals. And to get to the finals, you have to beat the 8th seed. So, I'm not going to waste your time. Thunder in 4. For the 2-7 matchup in the West, I got the Warriors in 6-7. I don't know which one they're going to win in, but I don't think it's going to be a blowout as a lot of people are making it seem to be. The Rockets are a very good team, okay? I'm giving the Warriors the slight edge because, like I said in my previous video, this is going to be a defensive battle. Defense is going to win this series, but I just feel like the Warriors have the Warriors go on an offensive spurt and just a 23 run just like that. I don't think Houston is doing that, especially not against this Warriors team whose defense just got a lot better with Jimmy Butler. To me, hoops is hoops, but every time somebody mentions experience, I guess it actually matters in the league because we've seen plenty of teams who are better but less experienced and they got knocked out. So with that being said, I got Golden State. I don't know. It's gonna go 6 or 7 games. I know I said I expect the Celtics and Magic to have a very low scoring series. No, 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 no. This is gonna be the most low scoring series unless Steph and Butler pop off for like 50 apiece. But I don't see that happening. This is gonna be a very, very, very good. Like all the old heads complaining about no defense is played. They're just jacking up three. You need to watch this series. I promise you. I bet all my money. Let's put a parlay on it. There's gonna be multiple games where one or even both teams score less than 100 points. This is gonna be a hard-fought, physical, defensive battle, and I'm gonna love it. This might be my most watched series because to this point, I still don't know who's gonna win. You know what I'm saying? I know the Pistons and Knicks. I had a hard time. This I literally do not know. But I'm gonna go Rockets. I mean, whoa, cap. I just said Warriors. I'm gonna go Warriors in 6 or 7. I feel like with every series I say this is my most hardest series to judge, and this one is hard too. In the Lakers and Wolves, I literally had the Timberwolves in 7, and this was like a last minute. I don't know. I just looked at the defensive offensive ratings and said Timberwolves have a higher offensive defensive rating. Screw it. I'm gonna vote for the Timberwolves. Like I literally don't like it. Could literally go both ways. On the Lakers side of things, they got Luka and LeBron. Okay, and it's just like it's just bad matchups all around. We know how Rudy gets on Luka. Luka just turns into like prime Luka Doncic when Rudy's on him, and it's just like food to him. It's like playing in the backyard with your little cousin or something, you know? And we know how Brian gets. Austin Reeves has also stepped up tremendously this season for the Lakers, so that's just like a third piece to add. But the Timberwolves, they've been hot lately, 11-4 in their last regular season games. And like I said, they had the higher offensive rating and defensive rating, so that's why I've given the edge. But I literally wouldn't be surprised if it went either way. These are two good teams. The Wolves have turned it around, and I'm very, very so proud of them because it is my boy. All right, it is my boy. I'm gonna ride with him till it's to the casket. I feel like both teams are deep, so man. It's hard to pick, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard to pick. I'm gonna just go Wolves in 7. If I'm wrong, I wouldn't even be mad. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a big the West is better than the East type of guy. But literally the last 3, including this one, picks, I literally don't know who to choose because these are all great matchups. But with all things being said, I think I'm gonna go Clippers in 6. The end of the regular season really did it for me. I feel like the Clippers, look, I'm gonna look you in your face when I say this. I feel like the Clippers are the second best team in the Western Conference as of today. They've been playing basketball so good. This Harden and Zubac pick and roll has been unstoppable. And yeah, man, they look so good. Like, am I a Clippers fan now? I don't know. They look so good. On the other hand, the Nuggets have been struggling a little bit. They dropped down in the standings. I don't know if this was like a purposeful thing or not. Jokic missed a couple of the last games, and they went from the 2 to the 4 seed. So I don't know. We're gonna see about the Nuggets. You know, they just fired their head coach and all of that, so we're gonna see if that really plays an effect into them. Like, they haven't looked bad. I just think the Clippers look like the better team, and I know in the playoffs, like, there's a different intensity, and like a flip just switches and like everybody plays out of their body, or at least tries to. I don't know, it's just something about this Clippers team that I fell in love with, and I feel like they can take down the Nuggets. And not to mention, Zubac like has been the best defender on Jokic out of everybody in the league. He's not gonna stop Jokic, but if you can contain him, then that's containing the whole offense, because Jokic basically is the offense. He's the point guard, the center, he's all the above, the coach. So if Zoo does his Zoo thing and like slows down Jokic a little bit, you know, slow down the Nuggets offense, I think the Clippers have a really, really good chance at it, because the Clippers have been a very, very good team over the last couple of seasons. Like, you guys gonna have to watch these games and like see what I'm saying about the Clippers. They look so good. Kawhi's getting back to himself. James Harden is possibly gonna make an All-NBA team. Zoo could possibly make an All-NBA team. I don't know if he's top 3, and he was in top 3 in my most improved, but I could see if they want to give him most improved player. Norman Powell too. But yeah, these are my playoff predictions. I had to speed up a little bit because I ain't gonna lie, that Thunder Grizzly game about to start. It's gonna be a good game. Shea going off for a 30 ball, J-Dub going off for a 30 ball. Like, I already know it. If that don't happen, I cash out somebody $100. Like, I already know it's gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe. I can't wait till round 2. I can't wait to round 3. I can't, bro. I don't know. I want OKC to win the chip, but my winner since the beginning of the season has been Boston, and it's gonna stick as Boston. But if OKC could pull an upset, I wouldn't be mad being wrong. You know what I'm saying? I want Shea to get that check, twin. What they gonna say now? What they gonna say now? But yeah, man. We'll be back.